A Link to the Past is a lot better than Majora's Mask. And I'll tell you why today on The Great Debate. Hey, what's going on, everybody? DM Projector here for Two Board Nerds. And today, I just like getting myself in trouble here. Today I'm going to tell you how A Link to the Past and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, are the two best games in the entire series that I've played. Asterisk there. That I have played. I have not played Twilight Princess and on. I'll admit that. So, these are, Wind Waker and back. And that's how I'm going to compare this, because those are the most popular games. Oh, and I didn't play Skyward Sword. I don't know when that one came out. I don't remember. I don't think anybody gave two shits. I think that was after Twilight Princess. I don't fucking know. But A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are the best games in the franchise. And I'm about to tell you why. For starters, I know what you're thinking, and that's how in the fuck can I say those words? How can those words leave my mouth? How can my ringer go off on my phone because I forget to turn it off? It's simple how I can say that. The storyline in the open world in A Link to the Past make it a better game than any of them have been so far. Same thing with Zelda 2. It was very open. It dabbled into the RPG, which is something that not very many of them have done since. And I'm sorry, I'm a Final Fantasy nerd. You guys know this about me. I like RPGs. I like JRPGs. So for Zelda 2 to be a JRPG, it's fucking awesome. I loved it. The experience points leveling up, the introduction of different enemies. I'm trying to think of the words. The need for items in certain places for certain things. You can't get down this road without the hammer. You can't go through this cave without the candle. You can't make it up this fucking big ass hill without the fairy spell. The introduction of the magic meter, the introduction of the needing of items to get through. That game was very innovative for its time, and still to this day, in my opinion. If that game came out now, it would be a hell of a lot more liked than it was when it came out. Granted, I'm only going based on sales numbers that I've seen now, because I'm pretty sure I wasn't alive when that game came out. I want to say it was... I should start doing my research before I start doing these videos. Zelda 2 release. Yeah, 1987. I wasn't alive in 1987. So, I didn't get to experience this game when it first came out. I didn't get to play it until early 2004 when it came out on the GameCube. Don't quote me on that year. But I played it then. And I played the first Zelda, the original The Legend of Zelda, for the first time when they came out on the GameCube. And you know what? The first thing I did after I found somebody who had an old school NES, I went and fucking played Zelda 2 on the gold cartridge. And it was fucking amazing. Like, it's a fan-fucking-tastic game. A Link to the Past came out in 1992. I was 1. I didn't play it when it was brand new either. I was only 1. But I did play that one on the Super a few years later when I was old enough, and oh my god, I fell in love with it. That was the first Zelda game I ever played, was Link to the Past. And I can play it now. I've been playing it. I bought the SNES Classic, and I've been playing the shit out of it because it's still such a great game. It holds its own. It's, it's exciting to find the items. It's exciting to fight the bosses. It's still fun to this day. This is where I'm going to just get killed. And that's Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were fucking terrible. Excuse me. They were absolutely horrible games. For a million different reasons. They look like shit. Granted, yes, it was, into the 90s, they were just getting into 3D games. But it looked like shit. It handled like shit. In my opinion, just throwing this out there, the N64 was a terrible fucking system altogether. I hated the N64. It was absolute garbage. And there were only a few select games on it that were decent. And let me tell you, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were not one of them. It took away a lot of the excitement that you got in A Link to the Past, that you got in Zelda 2, that you got in The Legend of Zelda. It took away all of that because it made you wait for everything. It took, like 30 seconds to open a fucking treasure chest versus, here it is, here's your treasure. Versus walking up in a cave and, hey, I found it. Da-da-da-da. I mean, you had to wait to open treasure chests. You had to listen to everybody's fucking backstory. Everybody and their mother got a fucking backstory in that game. Why? And you had to deal with them. Like, oh my god. I never finished those games. Because I got tired of waiting. I just got tired of fucking... I sit on my ass most days and don't do a fucking thing anyways. Why the fuck would I want to do it when I'm playing video games to fucking unwind? Like, granted, yes, every Zelda game has had, things you've had to do to advance. But it wasn't every little tiny fucking thing. Going up to Death Mountain was its own fucking sequence. Going to do this was its own thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of what I'm arguing, I was studying from Ego Raptor. Aaron from Game Grumps did his sequelitis. And I had to turn to that because every fucking time I try to get back into Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, I get bored. It's boring. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's just fucking terrible. It absolutely is. And then when it comes to Wind Waker, I can't argue for Wind Waker because I liked it. I only played it once. I only played it all the way through once. Let me correct myself. I've only started to finish that game once. And it was a good game. Never played the 3D remake, not the 3D remake, the HD remake. What the fuck ever. The remake of the goddamn game. I never played it. But that doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is that because of the sense of adventure, because of the new shit that it introduced, because of the way that it made you feel like you were a part of the fucking game, A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are the best in the franchise. They really are. And there's no argument here, in my opinion. In my book, there's no argument here. None. Because they have the better story. They have, well, A Link to the Past has the better story. Zelda 2 really doesn't tell you much. Zelda 2 and The Legend of Zelda really don't give you a story. They just kind of throw you in. Now, granted, if you look through the booklet for Zelda 2, It tells you everything you're doing. It tells you what you're up to, all that. I don't know if The Legend of Zelda does that because I've honestly never seen the booklet. I actually have a PDF of Zelda 2s. That's the only reason I know. But A Link to the Past tells you what you're doing. You start off in your house. Your uncle goes out. Oh, I'm going to go save the princess. And you decide to follow him against his wishes because fuck you. Fuck authority. Hashtag no parents, no rules. And you go out and you get the sword. You go save Zelda. She tells you, hey, go talk to the old guy. And he'll tell you everything because you need the Master Sword, which the Master Sword in that game is the best. I'm going to say it. And you do it. You go out and talk to the old dude. Old dude tells you where the pendants are. You go around gathering the pendants, gathering the items you need to get the pendants because you got to get the book, got to get the shoes, yada, yada, yada. And then you go get the Master Sword, and you go battle, Aghanim or Ganon. I don't remember which one you battle first. I think it's Aghanim. And then he pulls you into the Dark World, and surprise, there's a whole nother story. Fuck yeah! Yeah, you go in there and you start battling Aghanim, and you're just like, oh, fuck, this is the end of the game already? And then it's like, oh, surprise, motherfucker. And he pulls you into the Dark World, and all of a sudden you have to go collect crystals and do it all over again. And it's fucking awesome. It's been, 26 years since that game came out? And it's still so fucking cool. It is still so fucking cool to play. It really is. It holds its own. It holds its own against shit that's coming out nowadays. There are days I'd rather sit down and play A Link to the Past, start to finish again, than fucking Fallout 4 or fucking Pokemon Red or, anything else. Because it's just fucking amazing. It is massive. It's a gorgeous game for when it came out. And again, I'm referring to the SNES version, not the Game Boy version. Everything I've referenced to today is original. Like, the NES version of Zelda 2, Super Nintendo version of Link to the Past, yada, 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 so on and so forth. It's such a fantastic game. It's intriguing. It keeps you awake. You get really badass enemies. If you collect all the items, it makes life so much easier, but you don't have to. Oh, excuse me. Shit. Oh, I'm burping on my opinions. You don't have to get everything. Because the stuff that you really need is in the castles. Really easy to get. Fuck yeah. But there's so much extra shit that you can get that helps you, but it's not required. And that's how it should be. That's how games should be. That is what I fucking love about it. Like, oh, I just want to stop making this fucking video, go hook up my Super Nintendo, and play this motherfucker now. I refuse to say that Ocarina and Majora's Mask are good games. Because in my opinion, they're not. But every other Zelda game I've touched has been fucking amazing. But A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are the best. Again, my opinion. If you think differently, which I'm sure you do, there's a comment section below. I welcome your input. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to start making rebuttal videos to comments that are left. If you have a different opinion, or if you think you can change my mind, then try. Tell me what you think. Because in my total opinion, A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are so much better than any other games. Again, this is Twilight Princess and before. Because I haven't played Twilight Princess or on. And the best thing about the Legend of Zelda series is that they keep making these fantastic games. Like, if you ask me, Ocarina and Majora's were just a little... Forget we made those. That's why they made full remakes of them on the 3DS. Which, by the way, I tried to fucking play, and it still fucking sucks. But everything that comes out of that franchise is fucking amazing. With the exception of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. And with everything that comes out, A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are the best. I know I haven't argued much for Zelda 2. It speaks for itself if you play it. Because I know people that will have an argument with me to tell me how Zelda 2 is the worst game the worst game in Legend of Zelda series, and it almost ruined the entire franchise. And I'll ask them, I was like, well, what did you hate about it when you played it? And I didn't play it. I'm looking at online reviews. Fuck looking at online reviews for games. Seriously, experience them for yourself. I know, again, I'm contradicting myself because here I am giving you my opinion, giving you my review on these games. But in a format like this, where I'm welcoming discussion, and I'm not just telling you that your favorite game fucking sucks for no reason. I'm not giving you a reason why your game sucks, and I've never touched it, so I'm just telling you that it's bad because it's what I've heard. No, I've actually played them. I've actually played every game I've discussed today. And I just don't get the appeal of Majora's Mask and Ocarina. I can't figure it out. They're such popular games in the franchise, and I don't know why. They're not that good, in my opinion. Right there, I said it. And tear me apart in the comments all you fucking want. Unless you give me a reason or show me how to change my fucking mind, I'm going to keep my opinion that way. Because that's how I feel about it. If you hate it, that's fine. It's the world we live in. But A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are fantastic games. They're written better. A Link to the Past looks better. I get the whole 3D upgrade shit. Yeah. It looked like shit. It looked like fucking garbage. I haven't even played it, but A Link Between Worlds looks better. Majora's Mask and Ocarina are overrated. They're probably the most overrated video games I've ever seen. They're as popular as it is to hate Bethesda. And this is for people who don't play them. They just, I love that game. Whoa, what'd you love about it? How long did it take you to beat it? Oh, I've never played it. How do you love it then? You've never played it, how do you love it? I know what you're thinking. Well, you just said you never beat it, so how can you hate it? Simple. I played it. I put about 20 hours into each of them. I got fucking bored and quit because I got tired of it. The story didn't keep me. The 9 fucking billion side quests couldn't keep me. I didn't face that problem with A Link to the Past. I didn't face that problem with Zelda 2. I didn't face that problem with the fucking Legend of Zelda, the original one. Numero uno, number 1. A Link to the Past and Zelda 2 are so much better games. In that order, because I think A Link to the Past is better. I think A Link to the Past is the best goddamn game in the franchise. There. I said it. Again, this is only going up to Twilight Princess because that's as far as I've played. I can't have an opinion on anything else because I've never played it. Breath of the Wild looks fucking gorgeous, and I can't wait to get a Switch and play the motherfucker. I'm pretty excited about it. But until then, I don't have an opinion on it. Other than it looks pretty. A Link to the Past is the best game in the franchise so far. So far as it. Say so far. You're fucking up, David. A Link to the Past is the best in the franchise up to Twilight Princess. Hands down. Zelda 2 is second best. The original Legend of Zelda is third. Ocarina and Majora's fall behind everybody because they're fucking terrible. And that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think. You've listened to me rant for 20 minutes, so tell me what you think. There's comment sections below. I'm actually also going to link Ego Raptor's sequelitis episode that I studied pretty fucking hard to make sure that I understood what I was getting myself into when it came to Majora's Mask. I also watched a bunch of gameplays because, like I said, I just can't get into it. The fucking gameplays bored me, if that tells you anything. But I'll link a couple of the gameplays that I watched and Ego Raptor's sequelitis that I studied. And let me know what your opinion is. Because in my book, A Link to the Past is the best one. That's all there is to it. A Link to the Past is the best one, and Ocarina and Majora's are on the same fucking level, and that's they suck. So, until next time, I'm David from Two Board Nerds. I love you guys. Stay classy. And let me know what your opinion is. So until next time, bye.